Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Cleveland Browns halftime show with the score of the Browns 17, the Jaguars 13. Hope everybody's having a good Thanksgiving weekend. Obviously, this game is, I read a little bit. I try to stay away from social media because most of the people on it are totally ignorant and they're just trying to gaslight, and that doesn't get anything done. Baker Mayfield has missed two throws in this football game, one to a wide open Rashard Higgins in the end zone that he wishes he had back, and one that was clearly on the flat, wide open to Jarvis Landry that he missed through. The other one on the goal line was one where, he tried to lead him, and that wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. But those are the two throws that he's made that are bad. What's terrible is the Browns' defensive line. There is no excuse. There is no excuse for the defense coming out like this and being dominated by the offensive line of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is, folks, the reason why I tell you it's great to win football games. It's great to have a good record. It makes us feel better that we're heading in the right direction. But this team's not ready for prime time in any way, shape, or form. They cannot play 4 quarters of good football. And I'm sick of saying it week after week after week. But giving up 13 points in the first half to a team who's playing a quarterback who didn't even hardly get a chance to practice with this team, and they're making him look good, and they're not even putting any pressure on him, and allowing a running back who averages 76 yards of rushing per game to have 60 or more in the first half of the game is unconscionable. The Browns come out in the same stalled gear every single week. Now, last week we saw, we're getting a pass rush, but it's never consistent. And the fact is, if you want to look at the reasons why we got blown out against teams like the Steelers and the Ravens, and we got pushed around by the Raiders, is because we don't come out the way that they came out. They came out right off the snap, and man, they sacked Baker Mayfield. Us? No, we come out and stand there like a bunch of statues and let them run right through us. There is no possible excuse for this. James Robinson is averaging 5.3 yards per carry, 4.4 on the season. He's carried 12 times for 63 yards, and you knew coming into the fucking game that that's all you had to stop. That's the only running back they have, and we talked about this on Friday. The only guy you got to stop is James Robinson, and you can't do it. And you want to put Glennon in third and long situations where you can tee off and get the pass rush going, and instead you just let them run right over you. That's it. There's nothing else to say. And, if that is what it looks like, Rick, 4 legs and tail and barks, it's a dog. What can I tell you? Yeah, but the thing is, I've never seen us come out pumped up for a game and just rushing the hell out of people and playing really fast and all that. No, we just nonchalantly hit the field like, we'll make our adjustments at halftime and see it. God, I just woke up. It's not good enough. And, Ronnie Harrison, he's never going to play football, folks. He's going to get hurt on every play. And maybe that's the reason they got rid of him. Maybe they were sick of the constant injuries. But if you can't play hurt in this league, you're never gonna play. And that sets back the Browns that much more. Because Glennon threw up a blimp on a ball where Cole was wide open against somebody named Robert Jackson, who's not exactly Stonewall, if you catch my historical drift. And he was wide open. Had that ball been thrown to the right side of him and the receiver knew where the ball was, he could have thrown that ball far off the mark, and the guy could have caught it like a fair catch and scored a touchdown. Allowing receivers to get behind you, ridiculous, and allowing Mike Glennon, of all people, to stand back there and have the kind of game that he's having is just not acceptable. I mean, Glennon is 11 of 18 for 142 yards, 1 touchdown. He has an 104 rating. You can't be serious. You cannot be serious. And I don't want to hear from Browns fans who say, well, Mike Glennon's better than Baker Mayfield. Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourself and your mother next. Because Baker Mayfield is 10 of 15 for 146 yards and has an 137 rating. Don't point your fingers at the quarterback. If that's all the more you understand about the game, get a little primer called Football for Dummies and start reading it. The defense is not doing its job. You get them off the field and don't let them run all that clock. The Browns offense has moved every single time it's had the ball. The problem is we don't have the ball often enough because the defense isn't stopping anybody. So, Rare Breed jumps in. The Jaguars have played the Steelers, Colts. Well, I don't consider 27-3 close, Rare Breed. That's how the Steelers crushed the Jaguars and mangled and maimed them. I don't see that. No. The offense is doing what it's supposed to do. This is who we are. This is the way we run our offense, and we're getting good yardage from the running game. We're getting good yardage from the passing game, and it's controlled, and the men are open. I got no problems. But you got to be able to get the other team quickly off the field to keep getting the ball to your offense. The one advantage we have, we get the ball to start out the second half. That's great. If we can score a touchdown, that puts us up 24-13. But still, if you then turn around, let them run down the field and consume the clock, and the next thing you do, you look up, it's 24-20. This is a close game, and these are the games that are easy to lose because a single weird play can determine the outcome, and it should never come to that. Everybody is no, just plain no. Jeez, oh, weezo. They're playing with Mike fucking Glennon. They're not competitive with Mike fucking Glennon. Oh my God. Excuses and excuses for the defense? No, Joe Wood should not be retained. Based on what I'm seeing, nobody seems to know what they're doing, and we're so short of talent in the secondary, it's horrible. But what really bothers me is, where's Olivier Vernon? Where's Larry Ogunjobi? Where's Sheldon Richardson? And, that is it, Wable. You're not getting a push at the line of scrimmage. And that is right. The Jags suck. They're not a good football team. And when they look good, it's because you don't look good, and that is correct again. And it isn't just a matter of finding ways to lose. It's a matter of not having talent. The Jaguars are not a talented team, and they're affected by COVID like everybody else. The Browns are short on the defensive side of the ball and are playing like a team that is, but they're not playing fast. I think what bothers me is there isn't the urgency that there should be for a team that can go 8-3. Now, at the end of the day, we may walk out of this stadium victorious, and I'm just going to shake my cow head after it happens and say, if you think you can play this way against the Titans, if you think you can play this way against the Ravens and the Steelers, even the Ravens with RG3, if you think you can play this way against a good football team and win, then you need to soak your head. You're fooling yourself. The Browns have not proven to me that they can play 4 quarters of good football. Now, they have proven they can come out in the second half and make some adjustments, and maybe somebody needs to be screamed and yelled at. I don't know. But whatever the hell it is, it needs to get done again this week, and that should not be the case with a 1-9 football team starting a quarterback who has not started a game or even played in an NFL game since 2017. Please. No good. And, you know what I'm going to do? Tony Stone. I don't know who Tony Stone is, but you just got blocked. You say that shit and throw that trash around here all you want. You would love, in fact, you would love it if Baker Mayfield, Tony Stone, just fucked you in the ass. You'd love that. You know why? Because it would be the guy from the Progressive commercial doing it, and it would feel oh so good. You'd feel very secure. I know you would. Nothing about Baker Mayfield. I hear too much about Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, when he's good, I hear too much. When he's bad, I hear too much. When he's average, I hear too much. This is a whole football team, folks. It's a whole football team, and you got to be able to do things defensively. People have to pick up for other players. But this is our defensive line, with the exception of, Guston Porter or Porter Guston or whatever, and of course Myles Garrett. That's it. That we're missing those guys. But Sheldon Richardson and Olivier Vernon and Ogunjobi should be tearing these guys up. Robinson is running through holes that you and I could run through, for goodness sakes. And I think this is largely true, Mark. I think you're right. Stefanski, look, he had to get the offense going as a head coach. That was the thing. He had to get Baker Mayfield. They got to work on his footwork. They got to figure out plays on what they've got, the strength and weaknesses of the team. That they've got to establish the zone blocking scheme. All of those things. That was his job. The defense was going to fall on Joe Woods. And it's fallen on him, all right. It's not real good. Right now, Brian, we don't have wide receivers with great separation skills. And that's what, again, when you don't have great speed, I will say one thing about a missed opportunity. The touchdown pass that went to Landry on the flat, I don't know if you saw, but Kaderil Hodge was wide open, and it wasn't thrown to him. And I thought that was an interesting choice. And it was a much more difficult throw and catch that Landry accomplished in the end zone. But obviously, Baker's finding a lot of comfort with his primary receiver on the field. But we got to spread it around. It was nice to see Hooper catch the touchdown pass, because I didn't even hear his name called at all previous to that. You're saying that Landry is hurt. I don't know. Did he get hurt, or is he just playing hurt? I don't know what you're saying. So that can be looked into if anyone wants to find out if Landry is hurt and what the situation is. When I saw whoever number 10 is, and I don't know who he is, drop the pass on the sideline, I don't want to see more of him either. Well, at any rate, and we may be forced to if what the Mark Ross is saying is hurt, but believe me, if he can possibly play, that Landry will, because he's a professional. I'm not seeing that from the defensive line today at all. Lack of professionalism. All right, I'm going to be back again after the football game for the postseason, the post-game show. We're getting ahead of ourselves. I'll see you then. Let's hope for a good half and a good opening drive. Let's go, Browns. Come on, kick it into gear. I'll see you after the show. Hasta la vista, Pastorhead. See you afterwards. Bye-bye.